Hello friend, today we will learn more about Meraki. So if you see this diagram, the Meraki Dashboard is a web-based tool from where we can control our Meraki equipments. The Meraki Dashboard is sitting somewhere in the cloud, and it is used to do the configuration of all the devices present in Meraki. So in Meraki Dashboard you can create an account and get an access to this dashboard. Within a dashboard you can have multiple organization, like you can support client ABC, you can support your client XYZ, and so and so. Within an organization you can have multiple networks. A network can have multiple devices, like they can form different combination of devices like firewall, switch, wireless, cellular gateway, camera. Then you can have a firewall or switch in a network as well. You can have firewall or wireless in a network as well, or you can have a firewall and camera in a network. So also you can have camera, also only camera in a network. You can have wireless only in a network. You can have switch only in a network. So let's get our hand dirty, and I will show you on how to get login into this dashboard. So go into the Google and search Miraki Dashboard. You will get Cisco Miraki Dashboard. You just need to click on this, and then you will get onto this page. Once you get onto this page, since I do have a login, so I'm not going to create a login, but I will show you how to create a login. Click on this, create an account, then it will redirect you to this page. Select your region. Once you select your region, and when you click next, it will redirect you to this page. Enter your email ID, full name, password, confirm your password, your organization name. You can choose any organization name, and address. Click on I'm not a robot, and then create an account. Post doing that, you will able to create an account, and then you can see some page something like this. Let me log in. So this is how my dashboard is set up. Since I have only single organization, so it's not giving an option of organization here. It's directly giving option to select network, since I have multiple network within an organization. When I go into organization option and click on overview, you will see how many devices I have got. So I've got 2 network within my organization, and these are as shown on your screen. So the first step is to create a network, or so in order to create a network, go into organization and then select this option, create network. Test demo. Then you have the network type, which means a combined hardware, means you will have all the hardware, combination of all the hardware which Meraki support, like firewall, switches, wireless, camera, system manager, cellular gateway. So if you select this, you will all get all these options. So let it be on default, and I will go for default Meraki configuration. If I'm already having a template in my network, I can bind to that. Once I click on that, it will give me an option to bind that one. Since I do not have any template created at the moment, so it's not asking me, because I need to create one in order to bind it. I can also clone it from existing network. Since I have got few networks, so I can clone it either from Ujjwal's network or network one. So I will go with the default one at the moment, since I need to show you. Now it says that you have no unused device, because I have got one device and I'm already using it, so I do not have any device at the moment. So if I purchase one, I need to add that device. So clicking on this add device, I can add a device, like I can add the serial number of the device to add that into my network, or I can use the order ID. to add that device. So I do not have any or neither order ID nor device, so I will just create the network in order to demonstrate how to create a network. Now it has created the network, and if you see, I'm getting all the options of like cellular gateway, SD security and SD-WAN, switch, wireless, now the environmental, that is camera, and the organization again. Now let me create another network where I will use a where I will not use the combined option, and let's see how it shows. So I will give it a test demo 2, and I will select it as only security appliance. Now I will again go with the default Meraki configuration, and I will click on create network. Now if you see, it has created test demo 2, and if you see here, it's only giving me option of security in SD-WAN. There is no option of switch, there is no option of wireless, there is no option of environment. So based on your network type, it starts reflecting the options here. So if I go here and select test demo, it will show me cellular gateways, SD-WAN, switches, because I have selected all these, like I'm going to add devices in this network. Now let's see how we can claim and unclaim a Meraki device. So let's see here. I will go into organization, and then I will go into inventory. So if you see, I'm having one device which is already claimed, so I can click on this, and if I need to unclaim it, I can click on unclaim and it will get removed from my network. So I'm not going to unclaim it at the moment. So I'm going to click here the claim option, that is claim. It will ask me to add a serial number. I will try to use one random serial number. I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not, because I do not have any serial number with me at the moment. It should give me an error. So we'll try to find. So no matching order serial number were found, because it's a synthetic serial number which I have generated just now. So if I'm using a correct serial number, it will be claimed and it will start reflecting in my list, something like this. So let's go into the MX and see how MX and what are the options inside an MX. So this is my MX. So I can edit the name of my Meraki firewall by clicking on this pencil icon. When I click on this, I can amend it, like I will remove the FW and I will save it. See, the name of my device changed, but I cannot change the model number, I cannot change the MAC address. These are getting by default. This is the structure of my Meraki device. Like it has got 5 ports. One is internet, where my internet is getting connected, and rest I'm using as LAN port. Now going down, so here is the address. I need to click on this pencil icon in order to update the address. Like I can update this address to Delhi, India. Let's see, and I click on move marker. If I do not click, it doesn't move on the map. If I click on move marker, it will move on the map. Now see, it's showing me Medanta Hospital, the Delhi map now. So as per the address, it start reflecting on the map, and you can visualize the things like where the location is, how the density is, population is, what are the buildings, and whatever stuff you can see on the map you can visualize here as well. Now moving next, so warm sphere. So this is option where we can use one more MX device and we can configure it as a warm sphere. That I will show you later in my another video when I will do this one. Now next is WAN 1. The WAN 1 is is giving me the netted the IP which is visible to my dashboard, like through which IP the dashboard is communicating over the internet with my device. This at the moment I'm using a broadband, and this IP is a netted IP. Like see, the WAN 1 is here, the IP is here, and here is a option of uplink. If I click on uplink, you will see that I'm getting this private IP, whereas my public IP is reflecting as something like this. Now the dashboard is sitting somewhere in the cloud. My device is sitting somewhere in any location around the world. Now my device need to communicate to the cloud. So over the cloud, if you want to go over the cloud, you need to go through internet. So for going on to internet, you need a public IP. So what happens when you have private broadband providers? They NAT your IP. Like this is their private IP, and then use a NATing technique, and when they go out, they use a public IP through NATing. So this is how it is set up. So the Meraki dashboard is communicating over this IP, but the original IP is this one. If you are using some internet provider provide you non-netted IP, so that's another feature we will discuss in my upcoming videos. Now going next, you can have two WAN connection, like the primary and secondary kind of, where you can if one goes down, then another will be active. If one is active, another will be in ready state, and so on. Then we have hostname. You can edit this hostname, but this hostname is coming by default, so I will leave it as it is. This is your serial number. Through this serial number, you can communicate with your Meraki tag. You can raise a tag and provide them this serial number, and they will be able to view your dashboard and your devices. Your Meraki tag has got visibility of all your devices and network. Then you have tag. You can attach a tag to your device. It can be as per the design of your network. You can use any tagging system, any tagging nomenclature you wanted to use to identify different devices as per your network. You can add nodes, like any nodes, like suppose this is WAN 1. So this will be having a circuit ID. If it is a internet provider, they will provide you a circuit ID. So you can update that in the nodes, or anything you wanted to update information about this MX, you can update it here. Then this is showing the firmware version. At the moment the firmware version is 14.53, which is current version and up to date. So this is running on the latest MX version. Now this says config. It says out of date, change 2 days from now. That means your dashboard configuration and your device configuration are not in sync at the moment, so they need to sync. So sometimes it takes time to sync, and sometimes it sync quickly. So that's depend. That shows like your dashboard configuration has been changed, but your device configuration is still running on the 2 days old configuration. So that's kind of little weird, but I will try to fix it. So I will try to show you like how to fix this one as well. So let's go into network wide, and then let's go into the general configuration. So in general configuration, you can have a network name, like when I was defining the network name, I defined like test demo and test demo 1. In the same way, I have defined Ujjwal's network. So if I wanted to amend or update my network name, I can use this network wide general option and can amend my network name from here. Then you can add your network nodes, whatever you want to use. Then you can see the local time zone. Whatever time zone you wanted to use, you can select from this and use that time zone. I'm using Los Angeles at the moment. Then there is the traffic analysis, custom pie chart. All these are for that. These things I will cover in my in my upcoming videos. Then let me show you. You can configure your Syslog server. You can just click on Syslog server and then give your Syslog IP, whatever you have, and the port number and the role, whatever you want to do. So you can in this way you can configure the Syslog server. Then next come the SNMP access. You can configure version 1, version 2 and version 3 SNMP. So you can click on version. If you wanted to use version 3, click on this option. If you wanted to use version 1 or 2, you can click on this option and provide a community name. If you wanted to add use SNMP version 3, then you can access using username and passphrase. So in SNMP 3 you need to provide username and passphrase, and so for that you need to add a username and passphrase, which will be provided by your those SNMP server admin, or you can create one and let your SNMP server admin know what you wanted to use. Since I do not want to use, so I will disable SNMP. Now you can also enable Netflow collector. Once you click on Netflow enable, then you need to provide the IP and the collector port which you wanted to use. Then comes firmware upgrade. Let me disable the Netflow because I do not want to use that. Then comes firmware upgrade. So I have set it as try beta firmware. I have said no because I do not want to try beta firmware. They are not the stable version, so I do not want to try that. So I have set it no. If you wanted to try beta version, sometimes they come with good features which you can opt to try if you require. So you need to click yes. Upgrade window. So I have set a auto upgrade window time of Thursday 4 AM PST. At this time, if any upgrade version is available, it will upgrade itself. Since my security appliance is already up to date, so it's not giving me these options. It's not highlighted, or else if any upgrade version is available, then these options will get highlighted, where I can reschedule my upgrade to a certain time, where I can upgrade the device at the same time, or upgrade as schedule is like for whatever upgrade window you have selected. So try beta firmware version no, and I will save it. So it didn't allow me save that because I have got this server IP configure. I forgot to remove this one, so I will remove this one now and then try to save it again. So once my changes are saved, then I can again go to network and security and SD-WAN, and then click on appliance status. Now I will go down and try to see. Now see, once I have made a save configuration, the config is up to date now. Previously it was showing as out of sync from last 2 days. Now it is up to date. means my dashboard configuration and my device configuration are on the same level, like they contain the same configuration. Now let's go into the these uplink options. Let's see what summary says. Now the summary says the connectivity shows you the green light shows like this device was up from this much time. This says for the last day, let's say for the last week. So if you see in the last week, I have got few red lines, which means device went down at this point of time. Either my internet was down or device there was power issue. So I can get this historical data for a month, and the latest will be 2 hours. So I can adjust as per my requirement. The next is network uses. I do not have much usage on this device at the moment, so you can see like the graph is always ready for the last 6 to 7 days. If you see this, make a wish. If any feature you are not finding it here and you want it, you can make a wish to the Miraki tech or the Miraki engineering team, and they will get back to you if they find it good. I've made couple of wish, but nobody has still get back to me. So then comes your uplink. The uplink is the public IP, the netted IP which your dashboard is seeing, means the dashboard is communicating to your device on this IP. This is the IP address, which means your WAN IP. You can click on this pencil icon and you can edit this. Like at the moment it's you can click on change that from DHCP to a static, and then you can give a define this parameter. At the moment I do not have this parameter, so I can't define it. So suppose if you are having a static IP, so you can configure it. Then you can configure the subnet mask, you can give your gateway, you can provide the primary DNS IP address, you can provide secondary DNS IP address, and then save it. If you have DHCP, you can do a DHCP and define the VLAN, and you are good to go. If you do not want to use, you can disable it. Now this is the live data which is going on, the uplink traffic. This shows you in the graph like how much of uplink traffic. Then it says connectivity to 8888 means Google. So how is the latency to the Google network? You can see it give you a graph for last 7 to 8 days. So that's very good option. Like you can visualize like how your network performance, how the latency is, and then comes the loss. The same way you can visualize the loss, like how is the loss, like how is the network performance. You can have a statistic for last 6 to 7 days. So that's very good thing. You can visualize how the network was performing, and if there is any things needed, then you can go to your broadband provider, like something, I'm finding the latency too high, I'm finding the loss too high, and this way you can even give them a graph, like give a snapshot to them that this is the proof which I have. So pretty good analysis in store, and no need to have a Snmp server to get this data, like your link utilization, your latency, your loss, all these are being provided in the dashboard. So pretty good on this part. Now next week we'll go into tools. In the tools you can ping any IP. So suppose I want to ping this. So if you see, it's pinging 0% loss, and average latency is to 12 ms. That's pretty. If you wanted to cancel this ping, you just click on this cross icon and cancel. Ping your appliance. What does this mean? Ping your appliance means pinging from dashboard to your firewall, physical firewall, which confirm that your device is reachable, is talking to your dashboard. So pretty good thing here. Pinging appliance confirm is your appliance is online or not. If there is some problem with your appliance, suppose your appliance is flapping, those small flapping, Meraki doesn't report in your that connectivity data. But if you are pinging your appliance, you will able to know that your appliance is flapping, or there is some problem with the appliance. So there will be either a loss, there will be high latency, and so on. So at the moment is good, so I'm crossing it. Then comes reboot device. You have the option of rebooting an appliance. You can reboot the appliance remotely. Then blink LED. Suppose there are multiple Meraki appliance and you have sent your technician to, then in order to detect that, you can run this one and your firewall will start blinking. And if you wanted to stop that, then click on cross. Now next come the dashboard throughput. Dashboard throughput is like a speed test where it tell you like what is speed of your internet link measured by Meraki. So at the moment it is 40.3 Mbps, which has been measured by Meraki. I can refresh it to see what's come the next again. So this time it comes as 44.6 Mbps. Pretty good. Now trace route. See here, I'm getting internet 1, internet 2, cellular. So I can trace route to a network. I will trace it to Google from my internet 1. So I can select the source based on my uplink. So since I'm having only one internet connectivity at the moment, so I can go through internet 1 only. If I am having 2 or more like a cellular option as well, I can select those uplinks as source and make a trace route. So pretty good option. Then MTR, it's like minimum time to return kind of performance measurement. You can do that as well. DNS lookup, I do not have as such configuration of my DNS, so nothing much to show into this, but you can do a DNS lookup by by typing the host name and then the DNS server, and then you can run it, and then you can see like how it's going. I tried it. So the default DNS for me is Google, so Google is doing all this lookup for me. Now op table. Once I run the op table, I will get the MAC detail of connected device. Since I do not have any connected device on the LAN, so it's giving me only one thing, the MAC D8. That must be MAC of my modem. So that's it for this video. I will cover firewall security in SD-WAN options. What are the different options in my upcoming next video. Thank you.